Hi everyone, welcome to Injection Insight with Aaron. I'm Aaron,
I'm Lisa.
and today we're going to be discussing something that's trendy but also amazing. It should be trendy, honestly.
So PRP and the benefits, what it can be used for, all of that. You've probably seen a lot of it on social media. It's talked about a lot lately. So what are just some of the benefits and things that you can...
So the thing about the PRP is it's amazing. They call it liquid gold, but it's not just trendy. I mentioned trendy, but it's been around for a really long time. They use it for medical purposes. They use it for aesthetic purposes. But today, obviously, we're not going to get into the medical stuff. We'll get into the aesthetic portion of it and why we do it, and just different areas that you can treat. So
how would you get that from a person's body? Let's start with that, right?
So if you're scared of needles, if you're that person that doesn't even want to go to the doctor for a flu shot, you're probably not going to be the one that wants a PRP unless you get that courage. But basically we get, we draw your blood. So draw your blood, and then we have a special machine that spins your blood. And not to get too technical, but it separates the red blood cells and the plasma. And then you have, so you have your tube, you have blood separated, and then you have this nice, beautiful liquid gold. And that's basically what you would use.
And so what are some of the treatments that you can get with this?
Okay, so with that, there's different ways of getting the PRP in a sense. So you can do topically, which we'll get into. You can do injectable, and then you can even go as far as turning it into a filler. Yeah.
So the easy gel
that would be easy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So in regards to topically, right? So microneedling is a major, it's a procedure that's been around for a long time, but it's really, really great for the skin. Mm-hmm. And when you add PRP topically and you microneedling that into the skin, it does wonders on it. So it helps stimulate collagen, it helps shrink the pores, it helps it create elastin, and it really also regenerates the cells as well. So as it's healing, it heals faster and there's less downtime. So that would be what you do topically.
Okay.
Right? And then you can also do injectable, where so say somebody has a little depression in their tear troughs, or they just want to kind of revitalize their skin. You can get the actual liquid and inject it to the area.
Directly, which I've been seeing a lot on social media lately with that.
And the thing is, it does wonders, but it's something you want to do frequently. So you'll see, say I injected your tear troughs today, right? Which you don't
Please.
need. You'll see it right away, kind of because you have liquid there, right? Mm-hmm. But it will disperse. It disperses, and it goes out. So it's gonna go back down. So it's gonna look, oh my God, wow, it's so full. But then it goes down, and your body starts to regenerate and all of that stuff, and then help create elastin, all of that stuff. So.
And then too, you could use it for hair restoration, right?
Yes. Especially, so we get a lot of clients here. So women have, if they're having some hormonal imbalances and they get a little thin, or they're having stress and your hair starts falling out, it's a great way to kind of say, hey, let's stimulate those hair follicles and give them some nutrients. Also, a lot of clients will go and get a hair procedure, hair transplant or whatever, and they'll come in, and so this helps it stick and regrow, because when you get a hair transplant, not all of the follicles stay. So when you're doing the PRP injections directly in that area, it helps nourish them, so the chances of those follicles staying way higher chance.
And how often would somebody need to come do that for the hair restoration part?
You'd want to do once a month, because you want to give your body enough time to actually
And then as far as the under eye filler and things like that, how often would you have to do that?
So you'd want to do with just the PRP, you'd want to do monthly, but you don't want to do more than once a month for 3 months. Okay. And then after that, you could do every 6 months and every year. Just like anything, it's not good to do something too frequently, because then you're going to start causing trauma to the area.
And it's not going to last as long as a regular filler.
No. So with this, like I said, especially if it's just the liquid, you're not turning it into a filler, a natural filler, which we'll get into later. It disperses and it just kind of regenerates the cells, so you're not getting that fill You might look like it initially, but then it kind of goes away. So something like that, if you'd want that instant lift, you want that longevity, you're going to go with a dermal filler.
Okay. And with the Easy Gel, so what are the benefits of that? That's going to be more for somebody who wants more natural, right?
Yeah, so the Easy Gel is great because, I think we touched on this in another episode where we get that plasma and we basically we cook the albumin. Sounds weird to say, but that's what we do, and it turns into this like thick gel. And then we have a second tube with the PRF, which is a more concentrated version of the PRP, and we basically mix it, and we create a consistency that we want for different areas. So if we want something with more firmness, for like say the laugh lines, we're gonna go less of the PRP with the gel form.
Very customizable.
Exactly, very customizable. And if you want something that's going to be a little bit softer and smoother for the tear trough, I'm going to go and add a little bit more of the liquid PRF to the cooked albumin. So it kind of gets kind of scientific in that sense, but it works great.
Okay. And I do notice too, when you're doing the Easy Gel, you get a lot of tubes. Or syringes,
yes,
I guess.
Yes.
So
It's interesting because you end up, it yields, so one PRF Easy Gel kit yields up to 5 syringes, which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I've had clients who are like, I don't need 5 tubes. Well, that's true. You don't, if you don't need it, don't use it.
Yeah.
But you have that option.
Yeah.
Right?
So you could fill a lot more areas than just coming in for
That's
one
true.
syringe.
But we also have to remember it is a softer, even if we turn it into an all natural filler, it is still going to be softer than, say your, Revenus Versa or Juvederm. It's not going to yield the same firmness.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you might need more.
Yeah, makes sense. What is your personal experience with it?
So with the actual PRP injections, I have not personally done, but what I do is the topically.
Okay.
So I do my PRP microneedling very regularly because I find that it really helps the texture of my skin. So I unfortunately have very dull skin with large pores. It's what I have. It's fine. I'm okay with that. It's fine with me.
You're owning it.
I'm owning it. It is what it is. But I want to make it as
dewy.
Sure, let's go with that. I want to make it dewy, but I just want to kind of minimize those pores and kind of help the firmness. So that's what I do. I use the PRP, and I'll do it with the radio frequency microneedling, and then I switch off and I do the regular microneedling.
Yeah.
Because, for instance, myself, I don't want to do any. Just in general, I don't do any radio frequency near the neck.
And why is that?
Just because of your thyroid. They say, some people say it's safe, and others say they. Personally, I don't want to risk it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mess with anything that's going to risk anybody's health. So I stay clear of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do radio frequency microneedling on my face and regular microneedling on my neck, and that's going to help regenerate the cells, help with the fine lines, fix the texture, shrink the pores. And then also it's great for the under eye, little fine lines for the skin. Oh, it's amazing. So I do that very regularly. It's one of my, besides my neurotoxins and my fillers and all of that.
The list goes on and on. I know you did the radio frequency one on me before with the PRP, and you can really tell a difference afterwards.
Yeah. I think you can notice it literally instantly. I mean, you have redness and stuff, but because of that PRP, it really speeds up that recovery, right? Mm-hmm. So
That's great.
Yeah.
So we have a new code for this episode, right?
We do.
Okay.
The code. All right. So the code this week is skincare 20. Skincare 20 is going to give you 20% off all retail skincare we have here. Currently, we're offering the Image skincare line as well as the Bella Pierre skincare line. So we have many options. And when you come in, or the clients come in, we will tailor a skincare regimen for them.
That sounds good. And we offer a little post treatment kit as well. So for after treatment, as like microneedling, you'll get a little kit to go home with you as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So, so make sure that you follow us on all of our other streaming services, as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We have what is
all the things.
All the things.
All the things.
And if
you have any questions too, feel free to reach out. to us through any of those platforms.
We will add the link so you can book with us or reach out if you have any questions.